Hey guys, this is Shaun. I want to discuss something that has been worrying me. I went back and checked through the footage I posted after it was uploaded to YouTube, just to make sure that the upload went well. And I noticed that the footage had changed dramatically from what I had before I uploaded. For example, I mentioned at the end of the video that there was no evidence of the door being opened by anybody and that the film had just cut. Well, what I saw on my YouTube channel was a completely uncut stretch of footage, and I saw the door open, and I also saw something walk into the room. And the disturbing thing is, it never left, whatever it was. It never walked back out. Another unsettling fact is that I'm shown in the video walking back into the room only a couple of minutes after I left, at best. But I'm certain that I was gone at least 15 minutes. I was running around the dorm building looking for my roommate and trying to get in contact with him because he wasn't there when I got down. So I don't know how that's possible, that there was no gap in time. I certainly didn't cut anything out, and it appears to be just a complete stretch of footage. So I have no idea. Well, I got pretty concerned about this thing I saw walk into my room. I don't know if it was just a person, but I don't see how it could have gotten into the room and then not left. Even though after searching the room I confirmed that there was nothing here. My first thought was maybe this was some kind of paranormal thing, like maybe this was some kind of ghost that I somehow caught on camera, which would have been interesting, actually. I don't exactly believe in ghosts, but I've never really been particularly against the idea. So I decided to ask around, because searching descriptions of him didn't lend me anything, but I didn't have much to go on. So I went to Yahoo Answers, and I asked if anybody had encountered anything similar to this, and I described its appearance from what I could see in the video and the visual and audio distortion that it caused. It took a while before I got an answer that was remotely relevant. My first two answers were not particularly helpful, but one person suggested that this was some sort of, they described it as a shadow being or demon called the Hat Man. So I decided to look it up, and I immediately got some examples in Google search right off the bat. This is apparently the official page of some person who came up with the name for this guy, the Hat Man. So I read some of the information on it, but it doesn't seem to quite match up. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a match. But I decided to delve into it a little further and read through as much information on the Hat Man as I could. I was going to go off of that for the time being, but something happened when I got back to my dorm this afternoon. I found something in my room on the floor. The door was locked, and this package that I found is actually fairly large, so there's no way it could have just been slid under the door. I don't know how it got in here, but I've already looked through its contents, but I'm going to review them on camera just so that you guys can see what I got here, and maybe if you recognize anything or if you have any ideas about what this might mean, please let me know. First thing I noticed that was odd was this symbol on the front of the package. I don't know what it's supposed to mean, but it's a recurring symbol throughout some of the things I received. Well, one thing in particular. The first thing, which accounts for the bulk of the package, is what looks to be some kind of wire figurine. Next is a burned CD. It's a Maxwell blank CD, CDR. This is the kind that you can just buy pretty much in any store, so I don't think there's any way to track anything from it. I honestly haven't checked to see if there is anything on it, but I have to assume there is, because written on the CD is "take a look," and on the CD itself again is this symbol. So I'm going to probably look through the CD at some point. I'm kind of worried about putting it in my computer, to be honest. I may be able to just put it in a stereo or CD player. It may just be audio. I have no way of knowing, but I'll check that soon, and if I find anything I'll let you know. Then I have slip of paper, and on both sides it has this symbol again. And when I started to open it, this came out. It looks to be a tarot card, I guess. I think this is one of the major arcana. I only know a little bit about tarot cards from playing Shin Megami Tensei games, but this is kind of a creepy card, I gotta be honest. And it's the Death, which I can only interpret as a threat from whoever put this package in my room. But all I can do is continue. Up to the point that I opened this sheet, I considered the possibility that this was not meant for me. That this was just something of my roommate's, just some kind of weird thing he put together. Because it wasn't necessarily addressed to me. I didn't see my name anywhere on it. So I wasn't sure how seriously to take it until I got to this part. This is the sheet of paper unfolded, and it has a drawing on it, and these words at the top. I believe it reads "Target acquired," but the Q here has been replaced with one of those symbols again. And what this looks like to me, just from what I can tell around this area of the picture, is a suit with a black tie. So I'm guessing that this is a drawing of the thing that entered my room. And what's really disturbing is the head, which is completely lacking any detail or facial features at all. And also these things coming out of it. It looks like some kind of, I don't know if it's supposed to look like smoke or arms or something, I don't know. But it's very tall and skinny, whatever it is. And I don't know what this is supposed to mean, but it definitely has some resemblance to whatever came into my room in that video. Now here's what made me certain that this is directed at me. This message down here at the bottom of the paper. I think I could be reading too much into this, but I think this is a response to the research I've done so far. Somebody is monitoring me online and is checking these questions, this question that I posted. He knows that I've been looking up the Hat Man, and I think this is his way of telling me that I'm following a false lead. For example, the man here is definitely depicted not wearing any sort of hat, and also there's the visible detail in the suit itself. So I very highly doubt that this is not meant for me. I think that somebody's trying to send me a message, and this is really worrying for me because it means that I'm being watched, not only online but possibly outside, like around me, actually happening outside of the computer. And I'm guessing this because of the last item in the bag. Which is a bunch of Hall's cough drops. I neglected to mention this before, but ever since I did that video the other night, I've been having the occasional weird coughing fit. I don't know if I'm picking up some kind of like cold or if I've got just having bad allergies, but the fits are few and far between, and when they're not happening, I feel perfectly fine. I'm not experiencing kind of congestion or anything like that, so I think this is also a message that I am being monitored by somebody. So I'm going to try to do some research from what I found here. This card, this symbol, and also the picture inside. And if I work up the courage, I'm going to try and find out what's on this CD. But if you guys have any information, if you recognize anything you see here, please let me know. Anything you can come up with, any kind of trivial information at all would be helpful at this point, because I feel like I don't have a whole lot to go with in terms of information to base my research on. So I need anything I can get. Thanks for keeping up with me, if you have so far. I'm sorry if this seems really kind of off from what I was doing. It's not like I want to be deviating from the original plan. I do want to get back to my senior video project as soon as possible, but this has got me really distracted and worried. I've been having trouble sleeping since this happened, and it's affecting me pretty badly in my classes and just during the day. So I just kind of want to get this out of the way as quickly as possible, and the only thing I can think of is to find out what's going on and then find a way to work around it. I don't know what I can do, even if I do find out. But I've still got to try something. So I'll post something again soon. Later.